Hello everyone, I'm back with a case video for the iPad Pro 13-inch M4 2024 model, and this is a case from ESR. It is a rotating case with a removable magnetic cover, adjustable in portrait and landscape mode, and it has a stand that also can raise the screen a little bit. It has multiple viewing angles. You can get on Amazon for $55.99. List price is $60 or $59.99, so it's a few bucks off. I was interested or curious about this case because I use my iPad Pro with Sidecar quite a bit, and I was kind of wondering if this would be an interesting stand to use to kind of prop up the iPad a little bit as I'm reading documents on the iPad and working on the computer. So I just thought it was as a second screen, so I thought it was kind of interesting. Again, from ESR, it's a magnetic case. It's called the Shift series. It has multiple angles, and it has a raised screen view. So let's try this out, and these are the different ways you can transform and do it all, right? So the iPad, again, will be viewable from different angles. Okay, it has a scan to watch. You want to set it up, to learn how to set it up. And here we go, it has a different angles. It has a little paperwork here. Here's the case itself. And here are the different angles. So it tells you what you can do and what you can't do. So you can't prop it up certain ways, but you can prop it up other ways. So here's portrait mode, it's got landscape mode and a raised landscape mode. And this is kind of what I was curious about because I do, I'm not sure what the difference is between the two there, but I guess we'll find out. And then, different ways you can use the case. It has a little kickstand on the back as well. So it looks like the way you put it on, it has a pencil holder as well on the back. So different angles and different ways you can kind of utilize the iPad. So here's the case. It's kind of a rubbery feel to it. It's got like a little faux rubber jean thing going on here. Some ESR branding. I think it's upside down there. So yeah, get the styrofoam out of here. And this is the case. So let's see here. Okay, so this pops off. So there's some kind of magnet in here. This is kind of just a plastic. There's something in here that allows it to magnetize, so it's probably a little magnet in there. It's pretty flimsy. It's not, I don't know if this is not really high quality here. It's not flimsy at all because it has something in there to hold the iPad against the case here. So let's go ahead and pop the iPad in with the, let's see here. Hopefully it doesn't blow up the screen protector. Okay, it does have, it's pretty easy there. Popped right in. It does have a little bit of protection here. Let's see, the cutouts are fine. Yep, cutouts look good. And on the top, so you can see here is where you have the volume up and down, works good. Turn the iPad on, off, looks good. So the buttons work fine. And the cutouts are fine too. The pencil conceivably can go here as well. So let's see how this works. So here's the case, the other portion of the case. It's kind of like a two-parter. So the other portion is just kind of a flap here. I'm not feeling $55 worth of quality, to be honest with you. I may have mentioned the Zugu case. It's a little bit better, but it's not as bad as the Z top case that I reviewed in an earlier video. This, I guess, has sort of a magnet here that allows the iPad to kind of function and different portrait or landscape mode there. So it kind of goes over this way. It has the different viewing angles here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The 6 is a little shorter, so it doesn't feel quite as sturdy as the others. So this one feels a little sturdier because if you notice here, the line is a little longer. This one's a little shorter because they put some ESR branding here, which I think was unnecessary. They should have just extended this one as well. So that's kind of silly. They put branding in a way of allowing this last one to be more functional. It feels a little more flimsy. But anyway, we'll go ahead and put it here in the, so I guess if you put the case, let's just put the case in itself. You just pop the case in there it would just, so you feel the magnet kind of click there when I put it in. Now, this is very, very heavy. So this is not a case, I mean, I guess you could carry it around if you're planning to work at a coffee shop and have dual screens or something, but this is a for home case because it is very heavy, and that's because of the magnets that are inside that allows you to put it in different positions. So again, this is something I would use as sidecar with my laptop to have double screen, that kind of thing. It's not something I would take with me really for portability because it's not a portable case. It's very heavy. Now this portion of it is kind of nice because you can just take it off and use it as such, and it's, you know, it's just a little kind of back cover for your iPad Pro, okay? So let's go ahead and get to the point here of what the case is about. So you flip it over this way. Here's the kickstand portion. Let's see here. How do you get that out? Oh, there we go. So you kind of pull it out from the bottom there, and we'll put it in this mode here first. And so we'll put it here in landscape, and it kind of very easily popped off there. Make sure I put it in properly. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so this should be good. And as you can see here, you can feel the magnet, and that's kind of your stand case there. So you want to put it in different viewing angles, you can do that, that's fine. If you want to go all the way back, that's what it looks like there. Oops, there's my camera. Okay, let's go back. So now the other way you should be able to do it is I'm going to take it off here, and then I'm going to pop it up here to kind of allow for, see, there you go. So now it gives you a little bit more height. Now I would say if I don't use the Magic Keyboard so much with these iPads. I have a laptop, so if I do use a keyboard, I actually just use a portable keyboard and do it that way because I find it a lot easier. So this is kind of cool because you can look at different angles. You can kind of see, you know, what's kind of happening here. Let's swipe up. So there's the information on the case itself, and as you see here, it's in right now viewing mode, right? This viewing mode here to raise the screen a little bit. So that's that. So that we did the regular way. Now the other way to do it is to also prop it up this way, and now it's that you feel that little click there, and it's magnetized, and you can read just like that. So this allows you to view it this way. Now, I think if I were to use it with Sidecar, the bottom here is where I'd have to plug in the laptop. So it wouldn't really function this way. So if you're actually going to use a Sidecar to do portrait mode, you'd have to do it upside down. And I don't know if the magnets are going to click that way. And they're not. So yeah, this is kind of odd. I mean, I would think Sidecar would be the purpose for this myself, at least. But it's going to be difficult. Now, I was able to raise it up a little bit here. So maybe there's enough room. Let me see if there's enough room there. I'll go ahead and plug the bottom portion in here. Maybe there's enough room. And again, this is just my own personal use, but I'm curious about it. So if I were to plug, yeah, okay, there's enough room. That's fine. Yeah, because it does raise a little bit from the bottom. So if you wanted to do, like I'm looking at documents and then I might be typing something over here and I have Sidecar plugged in. I have the iPad to use this with Sidecar, you know, kind of double monitor thing, it'll work. So again, and then we could go back to this mode here, and you want something a little higher, you can do it that way as well. Let's look at the different angles that it has here in the instructions. And you see here, yeah, it just has the kind of multiple. So those are kind of the highlights, if you will. You can't do it this way, it won't work, but it's just these two viewing angles. So, I mean, I guess you could probably do this with another case. I don't know if you can do this with another case because that would be, you know, it's kind of magnetized and it's raising the screen. I think that's the major functionality of it. And then the portrait mode as well. Now, is it worth $55? I don't know. I'm not sure. It's a very niche use case, perhaps. But if it does function for you, then it might work. And so again, these are the different ways you can view it. So it's just kind of a do-it-all case, but it's very heavy and it's not very portable. And I would say that if you are the niche person that needs this kind of case for this kind of functionality, I'm sort of not sold 100%. I'm going to try it out for a little bit, and I'm going to use it with Sidecar and see how that works out. Then it might work for you, but I'm not sure if it, I mean, it just really depends. But it's an interesting concept, and I give them credit for trying to be a little more innovative. It's very heavy. I'm not a huge fan of the quality. Maybe I'm spoiled with the way the Zugu cases are, but those are really good quality. This is not as bad as the Z-Top, whatever this brand is here. This was garbage. I'm not a fan of that at all. This case is better quality. ESR, this is a better quality case. And the magnet does work. Unlike the last ESR case I had, the magnet was a little flimsy, but many of you told me that your magnets were perfectly fine. And maybe I'll go ahead and order another one. Maybe I got a bum unit. This one does what it says it's going to do. And it does hold up. I mean, the iPad is held up really well, and it's strong. And again, you can put it in portrait mode as well. And I put the plug in here in case you want to use it with Sidecar, and you're good to go. So it does kind of squish it a little bit here on the bottom, but it's functional. I can raise it a slight bit more, and that's a little bit of a better angle. So yeah, ESR for iPad Pro 13-inch case, rotating case. Again, I'm just reading off at what Amazon here is with removable magnetic cover, adjustable portrait landscape stand, raised screen view, 9 standing angles, shift series, and this is in black. It comes in different colors. You can get it in blue. Let's see if they actually show it here. Yeah, you can get it in blue. This brown color. That's kind of a nice looking faux leather looking color. Oh, actually, no, these are just for the 24. So the 24 model has specific colors. So just be careful which one you buy. You can't get it in this red color here. So it looks like red, black, brown, and purple. So the only one that it doesn't come in blue. Blue is for the other older iPads, but it does come in the other colors: black, brown, purple, and red. Again, if your use case is what it is, and you're okay with it, then I think this could work for you. Let me see. Just one quick thing I want to check before I let you go. And of course, you might have gone already, but that's okay. Let's see here. So I want to see how, okay, there we go. It's also a little top heavy. So if you're going to be pounding or poking at the iPad a little bit, just be a little bit careful, but it does hold pretty well in the back. So yeah, and you can get a pretty good viewing angle. It's pretty good. Okay, well, that'll be okay. I think that'll work. Oh, wrong one. All right, well, I hope you're well. Hope your family's well, and take care of yourself. That's the ESR case with the little portrait landscape stand.